Unsolicited advice. Unsolicited advice. You know it's good to share problems. I rip straight from the public forums. Unsolicited advice.
Hi there, I'm Ed.
I'm Dan.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of Unsolicited. Unsolicited is a show where we look at advice column from the past and we review it. We rate the question, we rate the answer, and then we offer the worst advice we can possibly
The
think
worst
of.
advice possible.
The worst advice we can think of. So, Dan, what do you got for us? We randomly generate these things as best we can.
I've been on a Dear Abby kick here for a little bit.
Dear Abby is getting our stuff.
We're going back to August 9th, 2015.
2015.
Sharing house with ex-wife is bad news for my man's date.
What is it? Say it again.
For man's date. Sharing house with ex-wife is bad news for man's date.
Okay, I can see why. I can see the
Another
title alone.
A lot of ex-wife stuff going on here.
Well, you know, two in a row. Exes cause problems in people's lives.
Dear Abby, I recently divorced. Oh, I'm sorry. For financial reasons, as well as to be nice, I've allowed my ex-wife Kathy and her daughter to live in our home with me and my kids. Kathy has her own bedroom and bathroom. The subject of my living arrangements came up recently while I was on a date, and the woman immediately freaked out. She angrily informed me that I should have told her my ex-wife was living with me and when we started talking. I felt it was something that could wait at least past the first date. Despite the fact that we were married, Kathy and I are nothing more than roommates now. When is it too late in a relationship to divulge this arrangement? John in Kentucky.
That's a decent question. I like that question. I mean,
he doesn't see that he's doing anything wrong, so it doesn't seem like a big deal.
It doesn't seem like a big deal to me, but hey, it seems like a big deal to her. So when do I have to tell people this? I think it's a sincere question.
I mean, he's from Kentucky, so at least a few days before you tell him that you've also slept with your sister.
Oh, come on, man. But Kentucky listeners, we're sorry. Dan doesn't mean it. Okay, he does, but he's a jerk. He's a jerk. He's an anti-Kentuckyist. Okay, I give that advice because I think it's direct and it seems honest. And yeah, tough situation for him. And he's really just asking a pretty specific question. What's the time limit here? Is she unreasonable? He doesn't ask if she's unreasonable or if I'm unreasonable. That's kind of implied. So it's in that way, it's not direct. So I'm going to knock off a few points for that. I'm going to give it a 7.
I was thinking 6.
6. Yeah. Okay. So we got a 6.
I try to think of my number while you talk. I don't really listen to what you're saying. I'm just like,
what's my number? Okay. Well, we're at 13. 6. We're at 13. Solid question. Solid start.
All right.
What do we got? What's
Dear
the answer?
Abby's response. Dear John, you did nothing wrong. It is not unheard of for divorced couples to continue living together for financial reasons or to assist in co-parenting. If you told the woman about your living arrangement before becoming intimate with her, she had no reason to freak out. That's it.
That's it?
That's it. Did he even say? He didn't even say that he wasn't intimate with her.
He didn't, but she didn't answer the question. He said, "How long do I have to? When do I have to tell her?"
Yeah.
So I guess it's implied that it's prior to intimacy, but how prior? You know what I mean? We talking hunched over with a boner? Like, oh, by the way, like, right? Like, what? Like, come on, man! You didn't answer this guy's question.
This is a bad one. I'm going to say 1. It's a 1.
Yeah, it's a 1. It's a 1. I mean, yeah, he did nothing wrong, but he knows he didn't do anything wrong. He's just saying, look, I know I didn't do anything wrong, right? I'm co-parenting, this common situation. This lady freaked out. She's right that the lady shouldn't have freaked out. I think this guy knows that the lady was a wacko. So, it's fine. It's on our first date. And you mentioned, it's his first date. How long do you have to wait? So like what she needed to say was like, well, like the first couple of dates would be fine, but you should probably mention it at some point, which you did. So you did absolutely did nothing wrong, but she didn't answer the question.
Yeah.
John, it's 3 dates. 3 dates, and
Yeah.
that's if
It sounds
you
like you're
haven't
giving
slept
good
together.
advice. It sounds like you're giving
Yeah,
good
well,
advice.
I'm just saying that's the answer. It's
That's the answer.
3
3
dates.
dates.
Like that's when you have to tell someone that you're living with your ex-wife. But
Yeah.
prior to intimacy, like well prior, like if you're like, hey, let's go back to my place, you go, yes, you should know that I do live with my ex-wife, but I'm not boning her.
Yeah.
And then if you still want to go, then we go.
All right,
I'm not giving the advice. I'm just saying she didn't answer his question. That pisses me off.
Yeah,
So
I hear you.
I need to answer the guy's question. He's poor John since when was this? 2015. He's probably been looking for this answer for 6 years. He's probably wondering. He's still like, oh, when do I? Where is this? John? Now you know.
All right.
3 dates.
For John, I've already got some bad advice for him.
Oh, let's hear it.
John, on the first, even when you're asking out the next person, you just right off say that you're, living with your ex, but then just list everything else. How many times do you masturbate during a day? Who have you thought about killing? Do you have, how many times have you had herpes break out? Any, just go through everything. Just everything.
That's terrible. That's terrible advice. That's terrible advice. I'm gonna say that he should kick his ex-wife and his kids out of his house. So he doesn't have to go through the situation again. That way when he's dating, he's free and clear.
Yeah.
So just kick him out.
There you go.
And then after he does that, call back the woman you went on a date with, right? The crazy one.
Yeah.
Tell her that you kicked the wife and the kids out of the house and see if she's available for more dates.
Yeah, that'll probably just get her all hot and heavy right there.
Yeah.
You did that for me?
Decisive. It's decisive. Strong move.
Such a brute.
Such a brute. So who's I don't know, man. I don't know. I like your bad advice. To share all your information, divulge it.
Your advice sounds like something that someone from Kentucky would actually do.
I think my advice is going to be more catastrophic to your life in the long run. I think that all that's going to happen with your advice is that he's not going to get any dates because they're going to think he's crazy. With my advice, his kids are going to hate him for the rest of his life, and he's going to go start dating this crazy person that gets mad when he doesn't divulge everything about himself in the first 5 minutes. So yeah, my advice is worse.
Okay. All right.
Oh, you're no argument there? You agree?
I'll give it to you.
Winner, tofu dinner.
Unsolicited advice.